The Four Seasons. It is the world-famous collection of 4 short concertos for violin. They were composed by the celebrated Italian composer Antonio Vivaldi. These iconic artistic works are thought to have been composed sometime around 1720, when Vivaldi was the court chapel master in Mantua, the capital city of Lombardy. Vivaldi published the music and text of the concertos and their accompanying sonnets, which together comprise the Four Seasons, in Amsterdam in 1725. The idea behind the Four Seasons is simple and unpretentious. Each concerto in the group of 4 is intended to entertain an audience by a combination of music and poetry. These artistic works combine to evoke thoughts and feelings designed to conjure up the changing moods of spring, summer, autumn, and winter as we progress through the 4 changing seasons of the year. We are proud to present this powerful audio-visual performance of this iconic work by the Orchestra of the Swan from the splendid environs of Warwick Castle in England, with a new translation of the complete text of the sonnets on screen. Although each concerto is a complete work of music and poetry in its own right, the Four Seasons were designed to be performed together in order to evoke the changing sights and sounds of the passing year. It's extremely important to appreciate that each concerto, which comprised the Four Seasons, is also accompanied by a sonnet. This vital fact is all too often overlooked. Each of the 4 sonnets is a carefully crafted, short poem intended to harness the additional power of words to further enhance the atmosphere of each of the particular seasons which the 4 concertos were intended to evoke. Vivaldi took great pains to relate his music to the texts of the sonnets, translating the poetic lines themselves directly into the music on the pages of his manuscript. The essential aspect of the Four Seasons is the fact that each concerto is a combined literary and musical work. For an audience to really appreciate the Four Seasons, it's important to recognize that the complete text of the sonnets is an indispensable partner in the work. The sonnets, together with the music, form the complete work. Therefore, giving the sonnets their proper place is essential if we are to obtain the full enjoyment of the Four Seasons as a combined literary and musical work. The Four Seasons are one of the earliest examples of what we now call program music. That is, music which is comprised of not just abstract melody and rhythm, but music and poetry, which Vivaldi intended to represent scenes from the real world. In order to underline his message, in addition to the musical notation, Vivaldi provided written instructions, such as how to evoke a musical image of the barking dog in the second movement of spring, sleepiness caused by the sun's heat in the first movement of summer, and the drunkards who have fallen asleep in the second movement of autumn. In performance, each of the 4 seasons lasts around 10 minutes. The structure of each concerto is identical. They are divided into 3 movements. We start with a fast movement. Then there is a pause for breath while we enjoy a slow movement. And this is followed by a closing fast movement. For the 4 seasons, Vivaldi composed brilliant music, which represents an array of sights and sounds of 18th century Italy, including flowing streams, singing birds, sunny days, buzzing flies, storms, drunken dances, frozen landscapes, and warm winter fires.